up Max Irons, so let's say welcome to Max. And now we have Jake Abel. Jake, come on in. And this is great. We also have
Chandler,
Canterbury. And you know what? These names sound like a movie. These are all Chandler, Max, Jake. I mean, what great names. This is
oh, he gave us cell phones. Nice.
So, thank you all very much for coming. Of course, we are here to talk about The Host. And we've got, it's going to be kind of like Team Ian, Team Jacob, and Team Jamie. All right? I mean, what's the feeling right now before this movie opens?
Everybody's Team Ian. Everybody. Sick of it.
I got a hug yesterday from a girl at a book signing in Dallas who only wanted to hug me and not him. She was like, he's like, no, it's fine.
No, she said it so specifically.
Oh, she did.
She hugged him and went, no, not you. In front of there was a camera crew there. Everyone saw.
So,
Anyway.
Chandler, you haven't gotten the hugs yet, or have you?
Not yet.
Okay, well, we'll fix that. Go ahead.
Hey guys, welcome to Dallas. Jake, I know we talked before for Percy Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
So, good to have
see
you guys back here.
Thanks.
Talk a little bit about working with Andrew Niccol. He's always been one of my favorite directors, and he brings a real interesting style and look to his films. And you know, on this one especially, it's got a very unique sort of feel to it. It almost feels like you're kind of reading like an interesting graphic novel in a way. And so can you talk a little bit about working with him on
I've
this?
never heard anyone say that before. That's really interesting. I mean, Gattaca being his premier science fiction film. For me personally, and it may piss a lot of people off, but I think it's his closest return to Gattaca, sort of in style and form and story-wise. He's one of the most meticulous directors I've ever worked for. Peter Jackson being the second. I mean, Andrew would come in and move a piece of gauze because it was not in the right place in the background.
Quite literally.
Literally, that happened. But his office in pre-production was papered 360 degrees. The entire movie was stuck to the wall. All the locations, all our characters, every scene. So you could walk into his office, start here, walk around, and you watch the movie.
And I think what's important to know is that every single detail you see, cars, weapons, costumes,
extras.
He cast every single extra. He is responsible for all of it, which is so often not the case. You know, there are people assigned to do that kind of thing. But he did it. You know, he got 4 hours sleep.
He gave himself hives because he worked so hard. He literally had hives on his face. I think that's a testament to his nature.
So with that kind of meticulousness, was there room for improv? Did you guys get a chance to kind of bring your own, things to each of your individual characters?
Absolutely. We had 2 weeks of rehearsal that we were all a part of, which never happens. I believe that was the request of William Hurt. And that made all the difference in the world. The movie would not be what it is without that 2 weeks of rehearsal. And I feel like it might be a bit harder for us to stand by it had we not had that, because we found everything that was hidden that wasn't on the surface. And you don't get that. You really, really don't.
Alright, so, fun conceptual question here.
Okay.
You guys get to be the spirits. Who is your host, if you could pick anybody?
Well, usually I say Jay-Z, but I've just had a conversation next door where I decided to be the North Korean dictator
Kim Jong-un.
Because I think how long do you get in the body? If it's a lifetime, I think I'd go for Jay-Z. If it was Kim Jong-un, you could make some serious changes if you had 24 hours. So, either one.
Another adaptation said they could be alive or dead. So then, we started getting a little bit more sophisticated in our answers, and I said Nikola Tesla or Albert Einstein for the same kind of reason.
Yeah.
What could you do?
I don't know if I would really change anything if I were this person, but John Lennon.
Imagine that.
Good jokes.
You guys brought up William Hurt. What was it like getting to work with a veteran actor like him? And I mean, you all 3 shared scenes throughout the time.
I think I can speak for us on this. He is Jeb. I mean, he was our father, so to speak. He was our mentor. He was our teacher. He was our guardian. You know, he fought for us, the actors, to get 2 weeks rehearsal out of the producers, that's a tall order, and he did it.
I've never seen someone fight so ruthlessly for the actor's protection. I mean, he has his way of doing it, and the actors always come out protected on the other side of it, and that also really never happens.
And then, when you see him on the screen, as always, he's spellbindingly good. Just
effortlessly good, too. Yeah, you learn a lot. People like him elevate your work, and you just kind of hope the next project you go in on has someone like that.
Like he did an HBO film called Too Big to Fail about the banking crisis, which he's so good in. But I heard again they had no rehearsal and they expected all the actors to come in and be on the same page. And you think what that page is? That's the financial system, which is famously complicated. And he said, no, that's not good enough. We have to learn, study, and soak up everything to do with this business, which they did, which contributed to making such a wonderful film. So he's that kind of actor.
Can you guys talk a little about the audition process?
It was pretty standard, I suppose, for most of us. We were sent the script, read the script. It's a great script. Andrew Niccol did a fantastic job of adapting the novel to screen form. I initially auditioned for Jared, and then they called me in for Ian. I had a conversation with Andrew Niccol about why he thought I should play Ian. I immediately got what he was saying, and I read with Saoirse, and then a few weeks later, got the call.
So you don't get to slap anybody during the audition?
No. And they gave us some of the intimate scenes for the audition, too. And she was 17 at the time, so we had to kiss cheeks.
Okay.
I would just like to point out 2 things. One, I didn't actually slap her, firstly. Secondly, I don't endorse that. Slapping women, just for the record, in print, don't endorse kissing them.
Now, Chandler, you're from Houston, so is that where they found you, or?
Genius. Genius.
My question's for Max. Was it difficult playing opposite of Saoirse when she was switching between the roles of Melanie and Wanda?
No, it wasn't. It was difficult for her. She had the tough work. She had to inhabit independently 2 quite clearly defined characters, which I know for Stephanie and for Andrew and for the producers, that was the struggle to find an actress capable of doing that. And they found themselves with Saoirse Ronan, who did it amazingly. So all we had to do, me and Jake and Chandler, was respond to her as a human would. Question why she's doing this in a certain moment, but we didn't actually have to do it. So yeah, it was easy.
I want to know if you guys know any Spanish.
Who say?
Double vodka.
Doble vodka. Gracias.
Okay.